Hey guys, it's Craig here, aka the NWF. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be heading back in time with two specific dates and wrestling matches in mind. The first being Bret Hart vs Mr. Perfect that took place on Monday, August 26th, 1991 at Madison Square Garden in New York City, New York. The second being Bret Hart vs the British Bulldog that took place on Saturday, August 29th, 1992 at Wembley Stadium, London, England. Both matches took place at WWF Summerslam pay-per-views. The significance though of the latter is that it was the first major WWF pay-per-view to be held outside of North America. Hart has gone on record saying both are amongst his best matches, and they are considered by many to be two of the best wrestling matches of all time. Now the reason that we don't need a DeLorean or a toaster is all thanks to the timely release of the WWE Elite Series 94 lineup. Mattel have delivered to us the perfect opportunity to reminisce on the past whilst also celebrating this golden age of wrestling figures that we find ourselves lucky enough to exist within. Bret Hart features prominently in the series as he benefits from having both a standard and a chase release. The chase figure depicting his bout at SummerSlam 1991 and the standard depicting his efforts at SummerSlam the following year. Both figures are incredibly vibrant. The pink and black attack has never been in more effect than it is here. Bret's facial likeness has proven incredibly elusive for figure makers alike, and Mattel are no exception. I've got to say though, this is potentially my favourite attempt of Mattel's so far. Alongside the Ultimate, I really like the seriousness of the expression. The prototype images that were shown had collectors up in arms about the size of his forehead, and the final release has almost caught people by surprise with how much better it looks. That's what you call under-promising and over-delivering. The design application is crisp and clean and nicely reflects the gear worn in both matches. Both figures come with WWF style black strap intercontinental title belts and pink sunglasses, and more about those later. This is probably British Bulldog's most iconic gear, and Mattel really have worked wonders, and not just with the flag. We've seen the gear attempted by them once before as part of the SummerSlam Basic series, but it was long overdue an Elite release, and I'm so glad that we got it. Think back how far we've come with flags though, from paper versions that came with figures such as Defining Moments Bret Hart, the rubber flag that appeared with Bulldog's Elite 39 effort. This one is nowhere near, and in a good way. It's all cloth, thick without being cumbersome. Elasticated loops allow for easy attachment both to the wrists and the neck, and I'm a huge fan of what they've done here. Just like with the Hitman, the decals are super crisp. I especially like the skin tone effect down the left thigh. The head scan has been used previously, but hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. The cardboard SummerSlam backdrop that was included within the packaging is a lovely touch and provides a great opportunity for all the figure photographers out there. Now I said we'd come back to them, let's talk about the glasses. Here's a comparison of the glasses in their original form versus a pair I've applied a vinyl decal that I was gifted by JPD Customs. The decal makes a huge difference to the overall look, and I just want to say a big thank you to that man. Be sure to check him out and his podcast, links are in the bio below. As far as articulation goes, both Brets are identical. The head rotates fully on the peg, even with the hairpiece. Like all of the recent Elites, the head is easily removable. The shoulders have full 360-degree rotation, and there are double joints at the elbow that are only slightly hindered by the elbow pads. The ab crunch moves forward this much, and back this much, with full rotation at the waist. The legs are on ratchet joints and move forward this much. The knees have the expected range of motion, and the boots rotate fully. Unfortunately, both of my Bret figures are a bit loosey-goosey on one of the feet hinges, which is really frustrating as they fall over with the slightest touch. If I could make two small changes to take these figures over the top, I'd add the bike-style elbow pads that came on the most recent WrestleMania Bret Hart Elite figure, and I'd want trace style open back pads for the SummerSlam 92 figure so that it's match accurate. With the articulation for Bulldog, the head rotates fully on the peg, and again, the head is removable. The shoulders have full 360-degree rotation, and there are double joints at the elbow. The ab crunch moves forward this much, back this much, again with full rotation at the waist. Just like Bret, the legs are on ratchet joints, move forward this much, the knees have the expected range of motion, the boots rotate fully, and unlike Bret, no loosey-gooseys in sight. I did have a minor paint bleed issue on my standard Bret, which I was fortunately able to fix. Now my one big frustration that I do have is that when you put the figures side by side, Bulldog stands a good amount taller than Bret. Based on the statistics provided by Mattel's own packaging, he stands an inch shorter in real life. Having the figures scale to the same height would be absolutely fine, but this just looks odd to me, and it's seemingly down to the taller boots that have been used. It's got my brain ticking over as to how to correct it, and if I do figure it out, I'll be sure to let you know. I've got to say though, my lasting impression of this trio of figures is overwhelmingly positive. And if you're wondering if I'd recommend them, yeah, you get the picture. I recently guested on 2 episodes of the What's Cracking podcast, hosted by Adam, who goes by FreeXR Studio on social media. I'll include links to him below. If you haven't had enough of my voice already, please go and check it out. What are your thoughts on these figures? Let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification button to make sure that you don't miss out on the next video. Until next time, stay safe. See ya.